Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are in the present or the future. My name is Duke Walter. I am your GM today for a special one-shot of KULT Divinity Lost here on the KULT Twitch channel. This is the second in a series featuring a fan-made bundle of new KULT materials in memorial of a pillar of the KULT community, our friend Mechanoreceptor. The entire bundle is to honor his memory and is free to anyone that wants it. It is available at kult.tools/memorial. You can find the link on our page here, in our Discord, or at ttrptheater.com. Myself and my group of players are featuring Divided We Run. Let's go around the table and let them introduce themselves. Rashid.
Hey, my name is Rashid Mbaye. I am playing Jack Daw, the detective.
And my name is Jaylee. I am playing Sally Rhodes, the academic.
Hi, my name is Izzy Skirmish, and I am playing Elric Reed, the occultist.
And I'm J.R. Fryer. I'm playing Aurora, the drifter.
Thank you all for being here today to take part in this. It really means a lot to me that you guys said yes to this, and I'm very, very grateful. And I'm also grateful to all of you out there that are watching. Please know that all bits cheered here on Twitch during this stream will benefit Ryan's family, or you can donate directly to their GoFundMe. And you can find that link at kult.tools/memorial as well. Okay. You ready?
Ready.
The pitch dark of night is only broken by your car's headlights. The trees rise like a multitude of pillars on either side of the road, bright in the night, but for a moment before they return to blackness. You've long left behind streetlights, road signs, and other comforts of civilization. It doesn't matter right now. You go fast, faster than you should, desperate to leave wherever you came from. The mood in the car is at an all-time low, fear and anger near boiling over. Tonight, nothing is right. Where are you coming from?
I think we were escaping from the house that Jack dragged us to. So I'm putting all of this on him.
Jack, what went wrong there?
Well, I had everybody, it's not really my fault situation. I had everybody recognize dangers before we got there, that people are disappearing. We don't know what to expect, so we should expect the worst. We just saw meat, just bits of flesh everywhere. And it was piled in some grotesque shape, some altar or shrine, something you could almost, it was humid, hot. I don't know. I left sooner than I probably should have.
Sally, how are you feeling about Jack now compared to before you entered the house?
Not entirely sure, to be honest. I think he stumbled upon something he wasn't ready for, that none of us were really ready for. I'm trying to make sense of it. Because you can make sense of everything. Everything has some kind of logical explanation for it, but I don't know. He makes me feel a little uncertain now.
Certainty. Good. So, Aurora, you were driving the car.
Oh, you bet I'm driving the car.
What made you crash?
the deer that cut out in front of us. We clipped it, and the next thing I know, we're into the ditch.
The car suddenly swerves. The trees look much closer. Screeching tires, reality turning upside down, screams, and a deafening crash. Elric, you suggested taking this particular road. Why did you think that was a good idea?
Well, it was either this or we climb up the sheer ridge of a mountain. We were going to an old logging town, so the only way to really get there is through the old logging roads. It's not normally open to public, but I figured that, this place is in the middle of the Yukon. No one's really going to really pay attention to a random passerby just moving a couple of cones out of the way.
The crash has left you all hurt and disoriented. The car leans down and to the left as you cross the road to get away from the deer. You spun out on the gravel and you are teetering.
Oh, God.
You can smell antifreeze and gasoline.
I'm going to be trying to get out the door as quickly as possible.
Act under pressure. Roll plus coolness, please.
11.
11. You are able to make your way out the door of the car, but the shift in weight grabs your right ankle and twists it under the seat as you are leaving the car. You will now have a bit of a limp as you are escaping.
Okay. I'll be howling in pain, but trying to continue pulling myself out.
The rest of you see Aurora make her way out of the front seat. You can also smell the gasoline and the antifreeze. What are you doing?
I'm fucking bailing. I'm immediately hopping out of this damn car.
Yeah, same. I'm in the back seat behind Aurora, and I had my seatbelt on, of course. So while she's getting out, I'm desperately trying to get that unhooked and leave the car.
Elric?
I'm in the front seat begging for them to stay in their car until after I get out.
Jack and Sally, I want you to roll act under pressure. Elric, I want you to roll influence another. Influence is plus charisma.
Plus charisma.
I got 6.
I've got 9.
I got an 11.
11. With an 11, they will do what you ask for, but so the two of you, on your failures to act under pressure, you're attempting to get out, and Elric distracts you and begging you to stay in the car until they are able to escape. It draws your attention in. Does that request frustrate you? Are you happy to accommodate? Sally, tell me how does it make you feel that Elric would ask you to stay in the car until they were able to get out?
Why would I do that? We should all get out of the car as quickly as possible. If you smell gasoline, that's never a good sign.
Jack?
My first words would be hurry the fuck up. Because my instinct is to bail, and he's stopping me from that. So I'm just yelling at Elric, hurry up. I'm beating probably on the back of the driver's seat. Elric, if not him.
Elric, how do you respond?
We're on the focal point's in the middle of the goddamn car. If you get out, I'm going over. And I start trying to jam the door open.
Roll act under pressure plus coolness, please.
That's what I'm known for. Apparently, that's what I'm known for. 8 plus 9 is 17? Yes.
So your influence and their balance of weight allows you to quickly escape the front. Jack, Sally, as Elric pops out the front door, the weight of the engine of the car begins to drag it off the edge of the road and over the precipice of this logging trail. What do you do?
Exactly what I've been wanting to do, which is scramble the hell out of this car. As soon as I see 1 foot of his go out of the car, I am immediately racing. Like, that's good enough for me.
Okay.
I want to try to tell him to time it at the same time and to maybe do a countdown, but obviously Jack isn't stopping to listen to any of that reason. So as soon as I see him moving, I will move.
Okay. The weight of the car moving forward and the two of you making the push out the doors at the same time, you escape as the car slowly and then very, very quickly drops off the edge of the road. You are left, the 4 of you, in darkness. Aurora.
I'm screaming up a storm because my entire life is in that goddamn car.
Maybe you should follow the suggested mileage per hour or kilometers, whatever it is here, and drive the speed limit. I swear to God, or whatever you believe in, Aurora, you have to follow the signs, or we wouldn't be in this situation. We just stopped and see the deer.
I'm sorry.
There was clearly a stop sign.
Whoever just murdered all those fucking people was kind of a priority to us.
I think a priority is also not crashing and losing everything.
You had one job and you wrecked your one job. Your job is at the bottom of this fucking cliff right now. That's
You're going to be at the bottom of this fucking cliff.
Oh, no.
Shut the hell up.
Oh, does anybody have like a flashlight? It's really dark out here.
We're gonna die out here. That's hilarious.
I'm going to get out my little flashlight because you don't go into the Yukon and live out there without at least something.
Okay, I'm a little less mad at you now, Aurora, but my point, it still stands.
Sally, I would like you to roll +0, please.
7 + 6, 13.
Will you tell us what you're scared of?
Extreme darkness. The kind of darkness where you can't see your hand in front of your face.
The kind of darkness that you've been standing in for the last 90 seconds.
Yes. And it took a little bit for me to really realize the situation, but as soon as Aurora pulls out that light, I'm clinging to her.
Aurora, the Sally, who has just been yelling at you and accusing you and all of those things, is now clinging to you as if you are her only option. How does that make you feel?
Mixed feelings, because she's helped me out so many times before we got into this point, but now she's also dead weight. So I'm kind of weighing my options right now. And I'm also going to be leaning on her since my damn foot is twisted.
Look, if we can get somewhere, maybe with a bit of light, preferably, I can help you with your ankle, we can figure this out. Oh God. Does anybody have anything? Anything with them? Anything at all? Or was it all in that damn car?
I got my gun.
Oh, great. That'll really help us out. Thank you.
Well, yeah, no, there's a bullet for each of us if it really comes down to it. But
thank you.
Ever the morbid one, aren't you?
I mean, comes with the job. You realize I'm a mortician, right?
Wait, does anybody know where the fuck we are? Like, just in general, are we walking the right direction? Or are we just...
We're about 15 miles, maybe 20 miles from the smallest podunk town you've ever seen.
And it's all downhill.
That might as well be, in the middle of the Sahara for all I give a shit. Because you people are all, you guys are city folks.
So off to your left is a sheer drop off. This is a switchback mountain road, gravel. To your right, the mountain climbs with dense pine forest. In the darkness, you can hear the sounds of the wilderness, animals moving. Is that the wind? Was that a stick that snapped? Is that the sound of something walking through the forest? The tree line is maybe 50 or 60 feet from you, and it rises sharply up the side of the mountain.
We need to go.
My hand kind of tightens around Aurora's arm, and I'm nodding.
Where are you going? Are you going back the way you came, or are you headed in the direction that you were?
The direction that, I'm heading the direction we were, because I am not going back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Aurora takes off walking down the road. What do the rest of you do?
I walk just a little bit faster than her. Yeah.
I watched them go into the distance for a little bit before chasing after them. Just kind of admiring the sight. If we die here, we'll still get open casket funerals.
Oh, you really don't have
Why
to
would
be
you say
looking
that?
at that.
How much distance is between him and the cliff? Because I'm gauging it.
The road,
that much.
the road is about 25 or 30 feet wide, enough for a logging semi to move up and down.
All right. The faster we cover these 15 fucking miles, the better. And I look at Aurora, who's hobbling, and I'm just sad, and put my face in my palms and just get on the other side of her and try to help her walk more quickly.
How bad is it? Because I can I'm used to getting hurt in the bush. Can I, wrap this up to ease the burden?
Yes, you can absolutely do that. It's not so terrible that you are completely hindered, and you have enough experience in the world that if you were to have something that you could wrap around it, even if it's just a bandana, something to support your foot, you would probably be okay.
Then I'm going to be using some of my, I'm just going to use it like a handkerchief or something, scarf. Yeah, I'll probably have a scarf.
Hmm. Now, that 15 miles, was that including all the switchbacks? Or if we just made a straight line of this, how much did that cut off?
There's no such thing as a straight line in the Yukon.
Fair enough. But I highly doubt we have to, retrack our steps the entire way down. There's ought to be, some sort of
I mean, for a very
Navigable
quick
section.
way down, you could follow the car.
I like you.
Elric, back in the house or on your way out, you tell me, one of the others screwed you over in some way, shape, or form. What did they do that has you so pissed off at them?
I told Jack before he ran out and pulled Sally in front of him to draw his gun because we could probably make a stand. And instead he just left me there.
You walk in the darkness, nothing but a small 2C battery flashlight in this deep, deep darkness. I
hate this. Personally, Sally hates this, and she's like, the further they get into the darkness, the more like I'm almost cutting off the circulation of blood in Aurora's arm.
I would like you to roll Keep It Together.
Okay. I rolled a 9. What is Keep It Together? Is that willpower?
Keep It Together is plus, I can't remember off the top of my head. Damn it.
It's willpower.
Willpower.
What's willpower? Nice. 11 then.
11. Excuse me. I need you to choose one from the list and then decide how much stability you will lose. Are you angry? Are you sad? Are you scared? Guilt-ridden?
I'm scared. I'm terrified.
So, her grip tightens, Aurora. And it's cold here. Yes?
Oh, yeah.
Up a mountain in the Yukon, the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere. But yet,
how many of them are actually wearing something that's going to keep the wind out?
I would assume that you're all addressed appropriately.
I got double layers.
Oddly, it sounds like a swarm of insects.
Mosquitoes?
You're unsure. Would you like to go? It's just off in the tree line. It sounds like a breeze, but not really. It's more than that. There's a buzz to it.
Jack, keep an eye on the tree line.
You may want to ask Sally to do that. Jack's not very good at following directions.
What is there to keep an eye on? I don't even see a tree line. All I see is black.
What do I keep an eye on with? We've got one flashlight and you're pointing it forward.
If something comes out of that tree line, just shoot it. All right?
I will gladly shoot.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that
We're
stuff?
in the Yukon. There's bound to be moose or deer. Not. You don't have to shoot everything.
Sally, I can't hear it with you talking. What am I hearing?
The same sound we heard in that damn building before the mosquitoes came out of those people's mouths.
Yeah, it just sounds like.
I'm going to continue dragging Sally down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. So I go ahead and fish for my compact pistol, and just have it at the ready on my in my hand.
Okay.
I kind of give a look to Elric because that comment did not. I heard it, And I'm just sitting on it. I'm just letting that marinate.
Okay. As you continue down the road, 5 minutes pass, 10. It's the sound of your feet crunching on gravel. And it's loud in this dark night in the middle of nowhere. The four of you's footsteps seem to echo. "15 minutes, 20. You walk. The grade of the road lessens for a while, and it seems to straighten out. And you don't remember this, but now both sides of the road seem to be wooded. And as you walk, the woods seem to be coming closer and closer to the sides of the road.
That's not right. None of this is right.
Roll plus soul, Aurora.
That would be a 4.
Well, okay then. From the woods on your left, about 80 or 90 feet in front of you, Aurora, you see what can only be described as a living tree. But it's not a tree. It's a humanoid of some sort, and there are limbs and branches intertwined among its arms, and it's wrapped in various places in these green and black vines, and one large vine comes up over its shoulder and over the top of its head and into its eye socket. And it turns and looks at you, and it opens this unbelievably large mouth. And from the mouth, you see the mosquito swarm start to spill out into the road in front of you.
Sally, get ready to run.
Run, run, where, what?
I'm squeezing your arm and pointing in the direction down the road.
It is just at the end of where your flashlight dies out in the darkness.
Oh no. Shake it. Take the batteries out and refinagle them. Sometimes that, oh God. Anyone else have a light?
I'm trying to push her back towards one of the, sides of the road.
Okay.
Well, and letting Elric continue walking. Because I think who's ahead of us?
Jack was in front of you.
Yeah, I'm in the front.
Yeah,
And I'm behind you taunting.
I have to have a cell phone or something, unless that conveniently got lost in the car.
What are you doing with your cell phone?
I doubt that I have service here, but if I still have it on me, I want to try that flashlight.
Okay, you're able to bring up the flashlight on your cell phone.
Okay. Yeah, I take that out.
It only gives you maybe 5-10 feet of visibility. So it's not a very bright light, but you can see in a short radius around you.
Okay.
Was the figure that Aurora saw ahead, did everyone see that, or was that just Aurora?
No, just Aurora.
What's wrong, Sally? Afraid of the dark?
Yes! And you're not?
And nothing out here is going to really kill us. Except for maybe the cold itself. And I guess at the end of the day, that truly is the darkness.
You know, this
Do not
I really
speak
enjoy this creepy mortician shtick that you have going on for you. It is excellent for your character,
Will
but I
you
do not think that this is the time.
two shut up? I'm pointing again in that direction.
What, Aurora? What?
Don't you see the goddamn thing standing in the road?
It continues to shamble across the road. And it falls as it reaches the other side of the road, and it's as if it just is diving into a pool of water, and it becomes the ground, and you see just a slight indentation raised and then lowered, and it's gone.
Oh, great.
I see nothing.
Down the road in front of you, you can see lights. And they're coming in your direction. And as they get closer, is it headlights? It's headlights.
I'm turning off my flashlight.
No, turn it back on and start waving your flashlight. This is help. We will be going way faster in a vehicle that we no longer have and we can get now.
I'm going to check if I got a round in the chamber on my 1911.
Do you?
I do. I just keep that in the back pocket.
The car is... The headlights of this vehicle are approaching very quickly.
I go to get in the middle of the street, maybe that will stop it, but if it's going that quickly, I kind of lose my nerve a little bit and step more to the side, waving my phone just frantically.
Where is everybody else as this car approaches?
I'm heading towards the ditch because a car out here just doesn't make sense right now.
I'm in the opposite lane of whatever lane the car's in.
Yeah, same. So I'm on the opposite end of the road, and I'm trying to wave it down because I'm absolutely ignoring the idea that the car is not the perfect spot for it's the closest thing we have to salvation right now, and I am absolutely going to take it.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a park ranger noticed us going up the switchback.
And I'm stuffing my compact in my coat pocket.
Okay. As it approaches, you can hear the brakes slam and the tires start to grind against the road underneath, the gravel road underneath, and it fishtails a bit. And when it fishtails, in the flashlight, you can see the emblazoned on the side of this 4x4 kind of SUV, a very large sheriff's insignia.
Oh, great.
And it pivots back straight and stops, and it's maybe 20 feet from you, and spotlights come on and light you up and the entire road.
How close is it to that indentation where the thing disappeared?
It's this side of you.
Okay.
So it's probably halfway between you and where that happened. What are you doing? You are under spotlight.
I'm putting my hands in the air and I'm just screaming thank you and thank God. Just immediate praise that this person's arrived.
Okay.
I have one hand up doing the same thing, other hand's on the pistol in the back pocket.
Okay. Sally?
Yeah, same. I kind of go over by Jack with him, oh, thank you, thank God. the light is such a relief. Like my entire being calms down.
I'll
Aurora?
limp. I'm gonna limp over to Elric since I know he's armed. So
The door swings open from the driver's side. You see someone slide out of the front seat. One foot hits the ground and then another. They step around the side of the door. Y'all lost?
Incredibly. Yes. And we just lost our car. If any help would be greatly appreciated.
Sure. What, Yeah. Help. Where are you headed?
That way. I just point the opposite direction he's headed. I'm just like, yeah, that way, exactly where we're walking. Just keep going.
I'm going to kick Aurora's bad leg to kind of irk him to being like, give him a town.
sorry, what did you say?
Give him a town.
I'm just basically going, oh God, I don't like this. I mean, I've had run-ins with the cops with the flashlight in my face. Can I recognize this guy?
No. You wouldn't recognize him.
Okay. Which is weird in of itself.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it does kind of worry you a bit, Aurora.
I'm just kind of watching the officer while Jack talks to him. Can I use one of my advantages?
What are you trying to do?
I just want to roll for eye for detail. I just want to study him as much as I can.
Okay.
Well, that failed. I got a 5.
A 5.
Ask one question from the list below, but you expose your inquisitiveness to the person you're observing. The GM makes a move. I want to know, why are you here?
Well, I'm here because I was out on patrol looking for, ne'er-do-wells or trying to help. If somebody needs it, that's kind of my job. Serving, protecting, this area.
He ain't a cop.
We
I'm saying that to Elric.
When we sure appreciate your help. I just a question, because I'm not exactly from the specific parts, but do you normally patrol that fast?
Why are you asking so many questions?
Well, that's the end of my question line. I would love for it to cash in on that help right now. We are lost, and so if we could get to that small town 14 miles down the road, that'd be solid for us, sir.
14 miles down the road.
Kilometers?
No,
You're a Canadian officer, I swear.
I was just gonna take you back to White Willow. It's just,
Yes.
where do you think you are?
In the mountains region, Canada, Yukon, and the Yukon is the general area, but there's not a lot of landmarks here. So
Maybe he's a Mountie, not a cop. What do you think, Aurora?
They're the same thing.
Are they?
So very Canadian. So
That
very
is-
Canadian.
That is a
Secret
Canadian
Service.
American moment right there.
Yeah, straight up. Yes, exactly. Show your American to the Canadians. Okay, you broke me. That was good.
Sorry.
So,
Do I recognize the town name that he just
Yeah.
gave?
yes, you do. White Willow's actually on the other side of the mountains from where you were, about 50, 60 miles north.
How the hell did we get there? Okay.
Okay, listen. Get in. Okay, it's cold out here. We can ask all the questions. I'll ask some questions. You can ask some questions when we get back to town. Come on, let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like straighten up my jacket and my coat and just started walking toward the car.
I'm keeping Elric. Keep an eye on this guy. I mean, we are not anywhere near where we're supposed to be.
How does that make you feel knowing that, Aurora?
Very upset. I mean, that's my life, knowing where I am at any given time. So this makes no sense to me.
Roll keep it together for me, please.
Great. $14.
14. If you would pick a mindset from the list and then lower your stability based on what you choose, please. Are you angry, sad, scared, guilt-ridden?
Angry
Angry.
at myself, mostly.
Okay.
I don't like this. When we get in the car, I'm going to make sure that I'm sitting directly behind the cop.
Yes, where does everyone go when they attempt to get into the vehicle?
I'm
Who's-
small,
who-
so I just assume that I go into the middle in the back seat.
Okay. Who's sitting in the passenger seat in the front?
Probably because I'm going to say I've got an injury, so I need to stretch my leg out. I'll go in the passenger seat, and I'm going to make sure that my flip knife is up my sleeve and ready to go.
And
Okay.
I'm
And so, Jack, you're in the back passenger side?
I'm probably in the back driver's side because I'm assuming he came out on. side-
Elric said that they wanted to sit directly behind
Oh, okay, yeah,
the
yeah.
driver.
Then
So-
yeah. I'm in the passenger.
Okay. So on that, we will come back to this as they all enter the vehicle, and we will take a short break, and we will be back for happenings soon. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Welcome back. You all have entered the car. This officer gets in behind the wheel, starts to turn the car around in the road. I mean, what are you all doing out here anyway?
Walking.
Camping.
Camping?
Yeah.
The-
Camping.
The campsites. Okay.
We're more of a free camper type situation here. We don't.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I get that. Hey, I'm just, it's just a little confusing for me is all. Not trying to accuse you of anything.
They wanted
There.
to see the wilderness, and we got to see the wilderness up close. Is basically what happened. Now
And then we proceeded to see too much wilderness, and now we're here.
Too much. You went camping in too much wilderness. Okay.
Oh.
The car is turned around, and they were driving very, very fast down this road, but on the way back, they seem to be, I mean, you can see the speedometer, 15, maybe 20 miles an hour.
Taking it slow.
The woods, as you're driving down the road, seem to slowly be coming closer and closer and closer to the road itself.
Sir,
Yes,
you,
young lady.
Are you lost perchance?
No.
Do you have GPS maybe?
GPS?
Yes, or a map. I can help navigate if you have a map.
We're just going straight down the road. Oh, you guys need me to turn up the heat? You guys are probably cold. And he reaches down and cranks the heat all the way up and flips it to max. And it begins to get fairly uncomfortable very quickly inside the cab of this vehicle.
What is the interior like? I mean, is there anything that I notice that's out of order?
Why don't you roll observe a situation for me?
Mm-hmm.
Plus perception.
One thing I'm good at. So that would be 14.
14. So on a 14, you get to ask one question from the list. It doesn't have to be from the list. It can be any question you'd like, but
does this look like I've seen the inside of a cop car. Does this look like the normal interior of a cop car, or is there something weird?
It definitely looks like the normal interior of a cop car, but it's typically police vehicles are very well maintained. This one doesn't seem to be very well maintained. You notice some wear and some age, almost like up at the front on the dashboard, you can see like some cracks in the plastic, the fake whatever, as if it's been sitting out for years and years, baking in the sun, and has dry rotted a bit. The edges of the seats, you didn't notice it initially, but they're a little frayed. Everything just seems quite old and quite worn.
I'm going to start sneaking the gun out of the back of my pocket and have it pointed at the back of the driver's seat.
You've been on the job long, sir? Officer, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Bates.
First name Norman? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, I get that all the time. I get that. Yeah, I tell you, everybody says that. Yeah, it's yep. It's a good joke.
How long have you been on the force there?
Too damn long.
Yeah.
Too long. It's been, geez, I've been stuck up here for
a while from the looks of it.
Yeah. It's been a while. God, are you guys cold?
No.
I'm actually rather warm. If you could maybe turn the heat down, that would be really nice.
And he kind of reaches up and is driving with his knee as he kind of, oh man, ooh, cold.
Elric is going to reach down and grab Sally's hand and pull it towards his gun.
You're trying to
just
put
can't-
Sally's hand on your gun?
Yes.
I just give you a look that's completely flabbergasted. Like as soon as my fingers
This is not
touch
the
it.
time and place.
So give me influence other.
Sure.
Roll plus charisma, please.
Sure. Does my relation affect that?
To influence her?
Yes.
Yeah, you. What is your relation? +1? Or you have a 1?
I have a +2 with Sally.
You have a 2 with Sally. Yes.
Okay. So 7 + 6 is 13, +2 with Sally is 15, +1 for charisma.
So, Sally, Elric grabs your hand and puts it on his gun.
The only time I've ever touched a gun was collecting it for evidence on a case. So suddenly I'm holding a gun, and I don't know quite why, but I'm holding it rather tightly, and I just look over at Elric, like this situation and from the heat, and like raise an eyebrow at him.
I raise it back. Just everything's going to be okay. You're just really cold. And I pull the trigger.
Okay. And you are attempting to do what when you pull the trigger?
I'm trying to kill the cop in front of me.
Okay. Engaging combat.
You're gonna make me an accessory to your murder and what I believe is just a nice old cop man?
Well, I roll a 4.
Oh, no!
You rolled a 4?
6 - 2.
A 6 minus 2.
If you shoot
Okay.
me, I swear to God.
A gunshot rings out in the cab. Everyone is immediately deafened and in pain. The bullet passes the right ear of the officer sitting in the front, and the officer doesn't even flinch.
Son of a bitch.
Your ears are ringing. Jack, how do you react to Elric not only firing a gun in the cab, but missing his intended target?
You moron.
Yeah, so this is why I'm in like that deafening kind of shock right now, because he shot a gun in close quarters, which I would have done, but he missed, which I wouldn't have done. But so I'm panicking. My heart's racing because
Roll to keep it together, please.
yeah. Okay, yes. To 13.
13.
Yes.
So you need to pick a mindset, and then you need to take your stability down based on what you choose. Are you angry? Are you sad? Scared? Guilt-ridden? Obsessed? Distracted?
Distracted.
Distracted. Okay. This distraction, Jack is kind of holding his hands on his head and can't believe what has happened. Aurora, you see the gun come up out of your periphery, and the bullet is fired, and the ringing in your ears, and you notice that the driver does not even flinch as it happens. And the driver turns to you and looks you straight in the eyes, Aurora, and says, "You You! You!
While he's laughing,
And slams his foot down onto the accelerator of the car. What do you do?
while he's laughing, I'm gonna try to shove my knife through his throat.
Okay. Engage in combat, please.
Yeah, laugh all you want.
Roll plus violence.
Yeah, all right. 9.
A 9. The knife, as you stab it up under his chin as he is laughing, you see it, and it sticks straight into the flesh, and his mouth is wide open laughing at you, and the blade comes up and through, and you can see the shining of the blade in his mouth as he is laughing, and it has no effect whatsoever. And he just continues staring at you, laughing, not watching the road as he slams his foot down onto the accelerator. And you are now immediately screaming down this gravel road at a breakneck pace.
I'm gonna start screaming, "Will you shoot this son of a bitch?"
Sally.
I let go of the gun.
I'm still reeling from this, from the gunshot, and all of this is happening in such weird tandem in my mind. Like I'm still hear the ringing, like Rashid said, the like, and like my vision seems to go weird. And for some reason, I'm still holding the gun when Elric releases it.
You have the gun in your hand, Sally.
I freeze up. Like I'm not a violent person. I freeze up and just kind of, for a moment, stare at him as he's got this knife. And I just, when I finally find a moment to do something, I just throw the gun over at Jack, like clean my hands of it, have my hands in the air, like I'm completely pale.
Jack,
No words.
the pistol hits the seat next to you and bumps up against your leg. It's not like there's a bunch of room back there for all of you, but it's now between your leg and Sally's leg. What do you do?
As soon as I see Sally's hands like let go of that pistol, I'm pulling out my own, because that's just like jarring me, where I'm like, this is not a situation that I would ever want Sally to really be in. So I pull out my pistol and I just like put an arm kind of like bracing her, and
Okay.
I am shooting him directly in his right leg, just straight for his kneecap.
You're shooting the driver in the knee?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
disabling him.
When you put your hand over, your hand touches the seat between Elric and Sally, and it's wet. And you pull the trigger. I need you to engage in combat, please. Roll plus violence.
My specialty. Oh wait, no. Oh no, this is actually going to be terrible. 12.
12. Excuse me. So you inflict damage, but at a cost. Let's see.
Can I use
How should I make you pay? Can you what?
I was going to say, can I oh, never mind. I realized I just ruined it.
What do you mean?
I was going to use my advantage death drive, which gives me edges for when I fight with no regard for personal safety. Well, I guess for no personal safety for me. But
you are firing a gun at the driver of a vehicle. I would guess that death drive probably applies here. I will let you utilize death drive in this situation. Yes.
Let me pull this up.
So on a 12, you will get 2 edges, and you may spend them anytime during this scene. You can engage an additional hostile in combat. You can deal +2 harm with 1 attack. You can be frantic and get within reach to attack a hostile, or you can be reckless and frighten your opponents by laughing into the face of death, and which gives you +1 ongoing during the fight.
For sure, vicious.
Okay, so deal an additional 2 harm. And how much harm does the pistol that you're firing deal? Is it a 2?
Let me check that one more time, because it's at the end of the document.
If I could get my internet to do what I want it to.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you're going to do 4 harm.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to choose your second edge now, or do you want to hold on to it?
Hold on to it for sure.
Okay. So another gunshot rings out in the cab of the car.
I'm now deaf.
Yes, everyone in here now, it's deafening. You literally have an ear-splitting headache. Jack, Sally, and Aurora, you see the bullet hit the leg of the driver, and it severs the bottom half of their leg from the top half of their leg. Blood is now pouring out onto the floor. Blood has splattered all over you, Aurora. I need you to roll Keep It Together.
Thank you, guys. That's a 13.
A 13. Please choose a mindset.
Can I get even angrier?
Yes, -1 stability, please.
Okay.
That should now have you at a minus for some of your disadvantage rolls. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm at uneasy.
Yes, currently at uneasy. Fantastic. The driver continues to laugh, and they swerve to the left very, very quickly, sending the car tumbling end over end. The car is rolling. You are all tossed.
Oh, God. Did he?
I think he froze.
No.
Okay.
I just want to say I do have my seatbelt on.
Did I freeze?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, he's back.
I'm just like,
You said we're
Dang it.
tossed.
scared me.
Internet out in the middle of nowhere. I apologize. The car, okay, so where did I leave off? Did he turn the wheel?
Yeah, he turned the wheel.
Okay,
Yeah, you said we were
So-
tossed.
turns the wheel. The car goes rolling. You all are tossed in the cab of the car.
I'm going to try to keep hold on to my knife and just try not to get my head smashed open.
Okay.
I
need
wasn't wearing a
everyone-
seatbelt.
I need everyone to enroll Endure Injury, please.
Roll plus fortitude.
Plus Fortitude. Yes, I apologize.
Oh, you're good.
Am I still?
I got a 9.
Sally rolls a 9.
No
So,
consequences.
Sally, you need to choose. Hold on. Sally, you need to choose.
I want a critical wound.
A critical wound. Aurora, what did you roll?
A 19.
A
Total.
19. You write out the pain and keep going. Elric, what did you roll?
15.
15. You also are able to write out the pain and keep going. Jack, what did you roll?
Am I still under the distracted condition?
You are.
Ooh, then I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 10. So on a 10, I'm going to give you a serious wound.
Okay.
So the car goes tumbling. The loose pistol fires and hits Sally in the stomach.
Oh,
She now has a gut shot wound. Jack, you have Sally came down on top of you, and as the two, and her weight and that of Elric, as you all landed, smash your head into the glass, and you are now bleeding profusely out the side of your head and over your ear, and you have extreme difficulty in hearing anything at all. That will be your distraction. Elric, you were somehow the cushion of falling on Sally and into Jack has helped you keep you from sustaining any major injuries. Aurora, this ain't your first rodeo.
twice in one day.
The airbag deploys and keeps you from any serious harm, Aurora. The car is laying on the passenger side. The driver, the officer, is just bleeding all over you, Aurora. You are covered in blood.
Is he still alive, considering he's taken a knife wound to the throat?
No. His body is laying there, strapped in to the seatbelt, limp. And there is blood pouring out of his mouth and out of his leg where it's been separated by the bullet.
Then I'm doing two things. I'm popping this airbag with my knife, and then I'm cutting his throat just to make sure.
I need you to roll act under pressure, please. Plus coolness.
That is 8. Act under pressure. 11.
11. I think that you're able to do it. But when you slice his throat, there's still so much blood. And it is just, I mean, you're soaked in it at this point. And it just keeps coming. And it just keeps coming. And it begins to fill up your side of the cab. And you are stuck in your chair. You cannot get your seatbelt loosened. You have popped the airbag and you were able to reach up, but you are somehow still pinned in your chair.
Oh, God.
Jack, the blood, you are laying on your side, on the passenger side, and this pool of blood has now made its way onto you. Sally is laying on top of you and Elric laying on top of her. What do you do?
I'm just repeating Sally's name. I'm just saying Sally, and I'm stirring her, trying to shake her to make sure she's conscious, so that way Elric and Sally can get off of me, but also so that way I can make sure she's okay. I doubt I saw the gunshot wound, or I know she's got a gunshot wound in her stomach.
You don't know it. All you heard was the gun go off.
Yeah, so all I know is that I just want to make sure Sally's okay. And then hopefully that's on the road of getting them off of me so we can get the hell out of this car.
Yeah, it hasn't even fully registered to me that I've been shot. I just know everything hurts and we're on our side. So I'm just, we gotta get out. We gotta get out of here.
Fuck.
Just like oddly calm in this state of shock where it hasn't fully hit me yet. And I want to use one of my quick thinkers.
Okay.
And a special field training that would be useful in getting past an obstacle. And I want to look around with my skills of observation and find the best way to get us all out of this car.
You think that the sunroof is probably the fastest way. You can see that it's jarred loose enough that someone could probably give it a good push, and it would allow you an easier out of this vehicle as it's laying on its side, instead of trying to climb up through the driver's side window and try to smash out one of those windows. You could just push it out, climb up on the edge of the seat, and probably hop out and be closer to the ground.
Oh, okay. I'm a little smushed between Elric and Jack, but in the haze, I'm able to make out the sunroom, and I sort of weakly reach out and grab Elric's thigh. There's a sunroof. You can get us out, and you can help us.
I'm so sorry. Oh, fuck. Oh, that wasn't. That's not good.
Just go, please, just go.
Fuck. I brace all my weight against the window and I try to push it out.
It pops open very easily.
Okay. It
clatters against the ground and makes a fairly loud thud as it hits the ground below.
I'm gonna get out first. I'm gonna see if I can push the car back on to some sort of side. I'm sorry.
So you get out and you attempt to push the car back over onto its wheels?
Whichever way is easier. I'll push it onto the roof faster, so I can get the doors open.
Okay.
He's not really thinking too straight right now.
Yeah, no. You're fine.
I probably have a concussion.
Roll act under pressure, but at a -2.
Sure thing. I drop my other die. 10.
10. You're rocking it. You can feel the motion of it. And you give it one heave, and as it comes, as the truck lurches over, the rear view mirror from the side smacks you in the chin and knocks you backward and to the ground, and you will take 1 harm.
You guys gonna get out by yourself.
Those of you that are inside, the truck slams down onto its wheels. I need all of you to act under pressure, please, plus coolness. No, I'm sorry. It would be avoid harm.
Well, I rolled 2 1s, so
Plus reflexes. Avoid harm. That's my fault.
a total of
brand
3.
new. This
Everything
is
I
the
do
first time
hurts
that
you,
I have
Sally.
ever GM'd Cult. So
Yep.
give me a break. I'm kidding. I don't care.
That would be a 22.
A 22.
I have a feeling I'm not going to make it out of this one.
Sally, you rolled a 3.
Yes.
Jack?
I rolled a 7, so.
Jack rolled a 7. The two of you in the back seat, as the car is pushed back over into the side, there is a piece of the framing from the moonroof or from the sunroof that stuck back inside when he pushed it out. So he pushed it out and a piece of the inside frame stuck back in. And Sally, I need you to roll endure injury, please.
Sally.
We could have just crawled out the sunroof. Why? Oh
Are you
God.
just trying to kill us, Elric?
He is.
Not on purpose.
Endure
Genuinely.
injury. Okay, I rolled 11.
11.
You're like a living hurricane, man.
Maybe I should just stop.
Yeah, maybe.
Jack, I need you to also roll endure injury, please.
19.
Okay.
I just want to say someone in chat said this is how Elric gets his clients. And they might be right.
That's good. That's perfect. Yes. So this piece of the frame jabs you, and it's, you know what I mean? It's all kind of in this weird motion. You're thrown back to the side. It jabs you. As it hits you, you make a move and are thrown back into Jack, and Jack is quickly able to, he sees it coming and is able to stop you and catch you, despite all of his distractions going on. Jack, as you grab onto Sally, your whole right side is just covered in blood, and you notice that down from her shoulder, from her armpit on down, she is also covered in blood. Aurora, the seatbelt saved you. The seatbelt that had been pinning you into this seat that wasn't allowing you to get out. As you were righted, it somehow, luckily, it saved you and kept you in place. You are now sitting upright. What do you do?
I'm trying to get out of the vehicle. It'll, pop the seatbelt and try to crawl my way out. I'm assuming that either the door is still functional or the window probably broke.
The window is smashed out. You can climb out through the side window or up through the sunroof if you like, but the door is.
Okay. I'll go through the window. I'm sort of getting used to this.
Out the side window where Aurora goes. Jack.
I reassure Sally that she's okay. I try to use as much as my strength to push her up, just to signal that she needs to go ahead and make her way out of this vehicle first, and I'll follow her up.
Sally.
I don't really feel like doing much of anything right now. I'm probably feeling rather tired, but I sort of make my way somehow. The adrenaline's fueling me, and I fumble for the door to try to get out. And if I do, I'll most likely stumble onto the grass.
The driver's side door in the back seat opens. Sally falls from the vehicle down into the grass and is laying on her side moaning in pain.
Oh, I killed Sally.
You are on the opposite side of the vehicle, Elric. Jack, do you follow her out the door?
Yeah. Did Elric say that out loud, with his mouth? Did he say that he just killed Sally?
I would have I'm probably going through everyone's name. Oh, I just killed Sally. I just killed Jack. I just killed Aurora.
Yeah, I absolutely scramble after Sally just to check on her to make sure she's okay, so that way we can continue walking down this road. So as soon as I come out and I see her lying on her side, I don't even know what temperature it could be right now. I'm just trying to check on her to see what's going on with her.
It is freezing cold. You hear Elric mumbling from the other side of the car. Oh my God, I just killed Sally. Oh my God, I just killed her. Oh my God, I killed her. I killed them all.
Will you please shut the fuck up? Will you please? This is not Sally. What are you feeling? What are you feeling?
I don't know. I feel cold. What happened? Is your head okay? And I like reach up and like light fingertips on the side of your head. I think I got shot. It doesn't make sense. I think for some reason, Elric, I don't know why I had the gun. None of this makes sense.
It's okay. Well, that's. Do you think you can walk? Can you stand?
What's in the car? Maybe we can use something.
Fuck.
And can I use battlefield medicine on myself? Is that a thing? If I try to explain to Jack how to do anything, is that possible?
I think that you can. I don't see why you couldn't.
So for a bit of backstory, I was a nursing student before I gave up on that and decided to go for criminal justice. And now I'm an intern to the Great Jackdaw. So I've got some old experience and education in my head from that.
So tell me how would you go about doing this? Are you going to have like, I don't assume you're carrying, medical supplies in your pockets.
No, most of what we had was in the car, but since it's an old police car,
that's true. Good point.
I'm assuming
okay.
maybe there is some sort of first aid kit or something tucked into the under of a chair that I can explain to Jack how to help me to at least somewhat get moving.
Well, plus reason.
Yeah, as soon as I hear that Sally's been hurt, I'm going to start checking the car, and I'm going to try to use my improviser to basically find something to help her heal herself.
Okay.
And I am talking abnormally loud because as Sally's talking to me, it's registering that this is an ongoing condition. I am still deaf. I'm just panicking. I'm trying to keep my eyes on Sally just in case she tries to get my attention, while also scrambling to the car and helping Aurora.
Okay, so Aurora, give me an improviser roll plus coolness. Sally, give me a battlefield medicine roll plus reason.
Hello, baby. Oh, wow. Okay. 7 plus 6, and then I have a plus 3 reason, so 16.
Okay.
And I got an 11.
So on an 11, you get to choose one option. You don't have to stick to those 4 necessarily in this situation, because I don't know how many of them necessarily apply, Aurora.
Yeah.
But you can come up with one option to help assist with what it is that she has going on.
Rather than a makeshift weapon, can I find like makeshift medical equipment?
Yeah, I think you can help. I think you can help ensure that they locate anything and everything that might be used within this vehicle for that. For this situation. And you, Sally,
the person that I want alive in this group. So
yeah, that's fair. Well, I mean, and that makes sense, right? You absolutely would be working as hard as you could. Tell us why is why is Sally so important to you, Aurora?
Well, in some ways, she's like a little sister to me, because she's let me stay on her couch. She's let me eat her food whenever I'm in town. So she's like me before I went bad. So I want to give her a chance.
Sally, you rolled a, what did you say? 17?
16.
16. Okay. So you get to choose two options.
I think I have all the options here in my thing.
You leave cosmetic scars or defects. The patient loses 2 stability. There are lingering side effects. -1 to all rolls the wound could feasibly affect until it's fully healed. Or the patient remains knocked out until the GM determines that they awaken.
Were those the complications or the options for? Hold on, guys. Let's look in the player's guide.
Oh, no. I was looking at the wrong. So improvisation, effective, and careful. I was like, what? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. No. So again,
here, I
sorry.
see it now.
First time ever GMing KULT.
Yeah.
It's at the top of the other column in the other page. You stabilize 1 wound without access to medical equipment. You stabilize 2 wounds instead of 1. The wound stabilizes and will heal much faster than normal. So
I guess improvisation and then careful. Oh, I guess I have 2 wounds.
Okay. You do have 2 wounds.
I do have 2 wounds. I get to pick 2 of those. Wow, that's overpowered. Yeah, I'll stabilize 2 wounds instead of 1.
And make sure
it will
that they heal
much
faster than normal?
Yeah. At least the gunshot
Okay.
one is the one I'm most primarily interested in. So I kind of reach out. I see that Jack's panicking, and I reach out, mostly seeking his comfort above all else, while Aurora searches for the kit and try to take his hand. And my fingers are just cold, like frozen, but there's still some life to them. And I've got tears on my face, but somehow I'm able to recall the bit of medical training I had and guide them through on how to help me with this.
Okay. Elric, what are you doing? You are muted.
Currently, I am on the other side of the car with a split chin and possibly broken jaw, crying that I missed the cop, and B, that I just hurt everyone that's here with me.
Roll keep it together, please.
Sure. 14.
14. Choose a mindset. Angry, sad. I mean, sad kind of plays right into it.
Yeah.
Scared, guilt-ridden.
Let's go with guilt-ridden.
Okay. You will lose 1 stability.
Fuck.
So, your guilt. This is not an uncommon feeling for you, Elric. You live a life full of guilt.
Well, at least this one didn't die. As I
Yet.
turn the corner. She all right?
No, she's not. She's got a gunshot wound in her belly.
Well, why didn't she hold on to the gun?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the car flipping.
Look, it was just supposed to be a little bit of fun. That wasn't supposed to end like this.
You think shooting the driver of a car is fun, is entertainment for you? You know, normally people turn to television or music or board games for fun. Elric.
It wasn't a cop. I didn't. They weren't bringing us anywhere good. The fun part was
Jack, this is not the first time. Jack, this is not the first time that Elric has screwed something up for you. What happened before? And how does it play into this currently?
Well, it was about an hour or 2 hours ago. I told him to make sure everybody stayed in the fucking car. It wasn't this. We were just there to detect. That's my job. I'm a detective. I am not a warrior. I'm not some trained badass. We're not die hard. These firearms are just here to dissuade people from coming closer. So when I saw it and I turned around and I saw that he brought out Aurora, he brought out Sally. He thought this was a fun time. He put everybody's lives in danger again. And so this is just, I brought him because I thought he could be he could keep a cool head, right? He's not going to lose his shit. He's seen things before. Obviously he's into this kind of stuff, and he is behaving worse under pressure than a schoolgirl that I've got interning for me. And I'm close to just losing my cool. He reckless, and now probably one of the best people in my life. I may lose. And I'm just trying to suppress a side I've made an intention. I've intentionally suppressed around Sally.
Jack, that side of you, you cannot suppress it. It comes full wave. You see Sally laying there bleeding on the ground. You have had to watch her dig a bullet out of herself. Elric pushed the car over, injuring her again. Elric has been nothing but a roadblock. He treated this like a middle school field trip. He hasn't listened. All of this is welling up inside of you, and you cannot hold it back.
While he's constantly talking about, yeah, no, I just lose it. I walk with just serious verve toward the car, and I just grab him by the coat and slam him against the car. And I'm like shaking because I want to bash him. I want to keep just punching him until
roll to engage in combat. You cannot hold yourself back from taking a swing at Elric.
And I have, just to make sure, I've got a head wound, which is -1, and a deafness. Deafness wouldn't apply?
The distraction will give you the -1 to the roll. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But roll plus violence.
Okay. So that's a 10 in total.
A 10.
Would it help if I'm not fighting back?
No, I need you to avoid harm, unless you just want to endure injury, Elric.
I'm going to endure injury. Elric believes he deserves this.
Oh, now I feel bad for him.
Good. That's the point.
We love you, Izzy.
Don't worry, the dice don't let me have consequences. That's a 15. Oh wait, -1 from the previous injury. That's a 14. Never mind.
So a 14.
Yeah.
You will take 1 harm from the punch. And he cold cocks you right in the face, grabs you by the jacket, slams you back, hits you, and you go straight to the ground. And you are laying at his feet. And I don't know that you have ever seen this kind of intent in Jack's eyes.
Jack, I at this point you can see that you've crushed my right orbital, and I'm bleeding out the mouth from the car. Look, killing me here is not gonna save anything. Just if you want me to die, just leave me here. You're going to need to carry Sally back.
Aurora,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Has Sally been stabilized?
She has.
I'm gonna go check on Mr. Blood Pinata to make sure. Is he still bleeding?
Quite.
Oh God. Okay, then I'm gonna.
The road around the car is slowly becoming wet and slick with blood.
Will you two idiots stop fighting? This guy is still bleeding. He's dead and he's still bleeding.
Oh, it can't be sanitary.
I think you have that reversed. You can't bleed when you're dead.
Exactly.
I definitely kick him in the diaphragm just immediately. Just fucking while he's right there on the ground by my feet. I land another kick.
Roll to engage in combat.
16.
16.
Oh God.
Elric, are you going to
Kill
avoid?
Elric!
Elric, are you going to avoid? Are you going to try to avoid? Or are you just going to endure the injury?
I'm just going to take this injury.
Roll endure injury, please.
Oh no.
11 plus 1 is 12 minus 2 for my ongoing wounds is 9. No, it's 10.
10. You will take one more harm.
Broken ribs.
You now have broken ribs. You cough up some more blood.
Fuck. I'm becoming the blood pinata now. I just start spitting on the snow, trying to clear my mouth of anything but the taste of my own blood.
Jack, I don't think this is helping. I think you made your point.
We need
Jack, a mosquito lands on your face. Sally, you can see multiple mosquitoes flying around Jack's head. Aurora, you can see mosquitoes just off the edge of the front of the vehicle. You know how you see that small cloud?
Yeah, I'm well aware of that. Yeah, I've seen it before.
There is that small cloud of mosquitoes.
This is freaking
just
me
off
out.
the front of the car.
I'm going over to Sally. Okay, honey, this is gonna hurt like a son of a bitch, and basically try to lift her up. We got to get out of here now.
Yeah, I grit my teeth and just groan, but I lean on her.
You can hang on to my back.
I'll do that.
Aurora might be small, but she's like a pit bull, so. And trying to get as far away from these two idiots in that car as quickly as possible.
Okay. Aurora puts Sally on her back and starts moving as quickly away from the car down the road as she can.
Wait, where are you? We can't leave them. We can't leave Jack. What?
Jack.
I'm not really fighting back much against it. I'm not strong enough to, but I'm fighting with my words.
Jack, you continue to kick Elric. You cannot get past this anger that is just overflowing inside of you. Engage in combat.
A 6.
A 6.
Oh my god, Aurora knows what's up.
Oh my god.
Instead of kicking him in the ribs, you kick him in the face.
Oh my god.
Elric, are you trying to avoid the harm, or are you going to endure the injury?
That's a kill shot. I'm moving away from that. I'm
Roll
okay with
to
him
a-
beating me up, not with him killing me.
Roll to avoid harm.
Okay, well, 16 plus 1 for fortitude, 17 minus 3 for my ongoing wounds. So 14.
You see it coming for your face, and you pull your head back, and he glances you in the shoulder, and it hurts like hell. I mean, you are in serious pain at this point. Jack, you pull your gun, and you are aiming it at Elric. What do you do?
My hands are shaking because I know, because it's escalated this quickly before, with others, and I've definitely walked away from that life, and I've been making just measurable steps ever since, and to see myself here, in front of just a kid who's just not even trying to, doesn't recognize the shit that he's in. I'm trying to pull myself back out of this state. This has gotten to this level of disgust with myself, because I mean, Sally's not here, right? She's gone. The person I was retaliating for is not even in this vicinity. This is just self-indulgence at this point. And so, yeah, I'm
Shaking.
I'm shaking, and I'm
Unsure.
yeah.
Elric, Jack has pulled a gun after kicking directly at your head. What do you do?
I know my gun's still in the car, right? Or I think it's still in the car. So I'm going to make a break for the car, see if I can find it before he shoots me.
Act under pressure, please. Plus coolness. Jack, I would like you to roll Keep It Together.
11.
This will decide whether I will make one last hard move or not.
Right.
11 minus 3 for my wounds. So 8.
8 for your act under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
That's not happiness on Rashid's face.
Jack, what did you roll to keep it together?
Well,
I know that face so well. As many games as I have played with you over the years, my friend, I know that face so well.
So Jack's head, I was shaken. I was very, very, I'm going over the edge, but he ran, and I around the car and not towards Sally and Aurora. So I know what he's fishing for. And now I can't see him, and I'm deaf, so I cannot hear him. So I am now, well, my head wound makes it a -1, so now my 6 is a 5. And now my deafness, as far as keeping it together, has got me very, very stressed, because I don't know the progress of how much he's gotten. So I'm trying to appeal to him, but no. Not in a good state. This is now life or death for me, and I would. This is going to be horrible. I want to use my advantage I guess no. I guess because I was going to say desperate, but maybe not. But yeah, I'm just going to say Elric, this was a mistake. I'm sorry, and I'm going to come around the car with the firearm, or because
Sally and Aurora.
Oh God.
You are 150, 200 yards down the road at this point. Aurora, you have not looked back. You are moving as quickly as you can to get Sally as far away from here as you can, as quickly as you can. And you hear a gun unload behind you.
Don't listen, Sally. Just don't listen.
And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Oh.
That was nice.
That was
Thank you.
heavy.
oh my god.
God damn.
Well, the beauty is you kept giving me moves and moves and moves and moves, and it was great, and I loved it, and I hope that you did too. So a quick check-in with everybody. Izzy, how do you feel? Are you okay? Did you enjoy it?
As a person? Fuck you, Duke.
So bad. I was like, I want to remind Izzy that we love him and it's just a game, and I promise.
No, I love doing that. Yeah, no, if I love bringing a little bit of chaos into the game, and when I am playing a control freak that likes making people uncomfortable, I'm gonna probably F up something pretty bad along the way.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, yes. And please know this, I had no intention of who was going to be in any whatsoever at any time. So thank you all for playing into all of this, and for staying in character and antagonistic throughout the whole thing. Jack, how are you feeling? Rashid, are you good?
Yeah, I'm great. This is perfect. Yeah, no, everything synced up awfully well. Like just a tragic end for someone, and not just the cop. So this is great. I'm actually sweating in this coat quite a bit now, so that's nice.
JR, how about you? Did you enjoy it? How you feeling?
Oh, absolutely. I thought the moment I twisted my leg, I'm going to be the the sacrificial lamb. But no, I think that ended well, especially it just in perfect character. So, getting Sally out of there.
Sally, Jaylee, how about you?
Yeah, that was awesome. That was
Okay.
fun. It was fun to play a bit of a different character. I thought for sure I was gonna die, but I was like, I think she's gonna try to pull through at least. So
Well, and there's no saying that you did not die on that road on the way home.
we probably did die, but I lasted a little longer than I thought.
Yeah, most likely everybo's dead. I mean, it's just
Yeah, I mean, two of you have open caskets. I'm probably not.
Well, players, thank you. Thank you for indulging me. Thank you for saying yes to this whole thing. Thank you for helping to support the memorial bundle in honor of our good friend Mechanoreceptor. To all of you watching, thank you so very much for being here, for participating. I'm sorry I don't look at chat when I'm GMing, but I'm so glad for all of you that were interacting during the stream. I see some more bits are getting cheered. Thank you for that, for donating. Please go to kult.tools/memorial to check out all of the free resources that have been created by these amazing authors and creators. All of this stuff is inspired and or created by our friend Ryan, aka Mechanoreceptor. I couldn't be more proud of it. As soon as I read this scenario, I was like, I'm doing that one. As the person who is organizing all of this one is mine. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. Thank you to Curtis. Thank you to TTRP Theater. Now and in the future, all of you, just be good to each other. Don't drive into the woods mad, I guess. I don't know.
Don't shoot your friends.
Yeah, don't shoot your friends. Just
Don't let your friends shoot themselves.
leave all of the horrors to KULT. Please, in the real world, be kind to each other, because we certainly can all use it. If you do have the means, please, again, visit the kult.tools/memorial. There's a donation link there to help out Ryan's family that was left behind in his passing. And for the rest of you, please take care of yourselves. And as was started way back in Manhattan times, the way that we always love to get off the air. Good night, sweet dreams. We love you.
Good night, sweet dreams. We love you.
Take care.